Hi, and welcome back to Roulette's Play Enigma. When we last left off, we had altered the timeline and kept Simoon alive, and now we're back in the dining room to meet up with Yuna. Minhayuk! Oh, Simoon.
형은 좀 어때?
How is he?
별로 안 좋아.
Not so good. He seems to have bled too much. His body's getting cold.
큰일이네.
It's not good, and we can't find the medallions anywhere.
정말 2층에
Is it really on the second floor?
글쎄, 한 번 더.
Shall we go and have a look around again?
뭐야?
What? Yuna eyed Simoon with an uneasy expression on her face. Nothing. It seemed that she didn't like the idea of being left alone with them. Simoon watched over Yuna taking care of Minho and walked towards them. They don't get along so well, but it's not easy to be indifferent towards a family member's injury. How sad. Your lover is injured. I was wrong. Simoon's interest was focused on a completely different topic. Yuna blushed at his sarcastic comment, but didn't try to refute. Even if Yuna approached Minho because Simoon urged her to, she might have actually liked him. Regardless of the situation, this might have been a painful experience for Yuna. Even considering that she was an adopted child, the love between families is frowned upon in this society. Or in this family, and I think that she must have known what would have happened if Minho found out that the love was not sincere and that her true purpose was nothing but the passcode. You should not be too relieved. You didn't forget that I still have that with me, did you? Yuna, after listening quietly to Simoon, pulled out something from her pocket and showed it to her. It was the document that I gave her. Oh, you mean this bitch? How could you? You bastard. She put the document over the nearby candlelight. The envelope turned to ashes instantly with a bright flame. Wow, the hell was in that envelope that it's so flammable so fast? Simoon looked bewildered, as if someone just ate the only piece of chicken drumstick that he was saving for the— That's the worst! When you have a piece of chicken that you're saving, and somebody's like, oh, you're gonna eat this, and you just take it? Fuck those people. You don't get to tell me what to do anymore! I don't know how you got a hold of that, but that's nothing but a copy. I can make another copy when I get out of here. You mean, if you get out of here? What? The level of the dialogue is rising up to a dangerous point. It stopped being a casual talk between family. It's nice to know that up until this point, it was just casual family talk. Which, you know, she's all like, oh, you bastard, and he's all like, you incestuous whore. I should change the subject. You know, I read this book about newts. Yeah. The eyes of the two have been glaring at each other, threateningly targeted upon me at once. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to fight, you know, in this situation. There's a killer around. What situation? You shut up. Maybe they are the perfect couple. They said that at once, at the same time. It was like surround sound.
그래, 맞아.
He's right. It's not the time to quarrel over personal interests. Minwoo to the rescue. Stylishly late as always.
민우 형, 채은 누나.
Minwoo, June, you were safe. They showed up like my no, they literally saved me. They appeared at just the right time, as if they'd been overhearing from the outside and jumped in the very moment that would make them look great. I was about to bow down to them in gratitude. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Minwoo, bro, it's so good to see you safe. What is all this fuss over a simple blackout? I admire your attitude to quarrel in this disturbing darkness. I mean, it's not like you're Super Saiyans? What? Here comes Urusei Yasura. I think that they might mean Urusei Yasura. Urusai. That means like noisy or annoying, and Yasura means like people, like a group of people. But I've never seen Urusei Yasura. But sorry, I digress. With all the anime-like development in the situation aside, what have Chiyun and Minwoo been doing until now? By the way, Minwoo, what have you been doing until now? I was listening to music in my room, and then the lights went out, and then the music went out, and I was like, whoa. So I walked down to look around, and I bumped into Chaeyoon. She was set to vibration, but whoa, Chaeyoon.
민우야.
Minwoo, you want me to stitch up your mouth? It doesn't feel like a joke when you say it. That's probably because I'm serious. Minwoo was in his room, but I'd been in the room several times, through several events, but I had not seen anyone remotely similar to him, not even a life-size. Oh, Minwoo, my, what have you been up to? And I've gone up and down the stairs, running away from the killer, but not once did I bump into Chaeyoon, who said to have been standing. Well, in Chaeyoon's defense, I've only used one staircase this entire game. She could have been in the other one. Even if I'd seen her, she would stitch up my eyes to get rid of the witness of her weakness. Anyway, their testimonies lacked credibility somehow. Anyway, where's Mom and Minho? I should have brought them down here, but it wasn't easy to find them because of the doors being locked everywhere. Yeah, Mom's dead. I think I just misheard you. Could you tell me again, please? Mom is dead. It's that tinnitus from the music. What are you talking about? It's true. Here in this mansion, there's a killer.
그게 무슨 소리야?
What do you mean, a killer? I don't know what happened. I just woke up and found my mom dead on the floor. And somebody was beaten to death in Samoon's room, by the way. I just managed to get here from running. I kind of thought my head would explode, from all the stress and the killing and the death and seeing my mom dead. Is this true? It seems to be true. I was attacked by someone as well. Mother was bleeding a lot. Mom! Mother! That can't be. Where is Minho? Could he also... he's kind of like right there behind you. Be observant there, Minwoo. Minho is right there. Bro! Wake up, bro! Damn it, who the hell did this? I had no idea. I didn't know. Whoa! Mom has spent a lot of our money. We can't be replacing tables and shit in China. He couldn't contain his rage anymore. He picked up a chair nearby and threw... Yeah, that's not a chair being thrown. That's like him flipping a fucking table. The loud crash of the chair breaking on the floor echoed through the silent... Oh, good job. If they didn't know where we were, they know where we are now. Minwoo. Damn it. Mom is... I can't forgive him. I need to find him out and crush him with my own hands. Calm the fuck down, bro. Calm down. Mom is dead. Minho's practically dead. Killer or whatever it may be, I will catch him with my own hands, and I will make him see the other side of this world. How impressive. I don't know, it just felt like he was clapping there. What? That's enough. Your performance was so touching that you almost made me cry. The sudden statement of Samoon drew attention of everyone. Performance? I'm a method actor. What are you implying? Say it clearly. Samoon crossed his arms and looked... Is he clapping? Or I think he's walking. And looked at us as if we were dolls in a showcase and continued. You are talking about the existence of a killer. But is there really a killer? What do you mean? You also said you were attacked. Don't barge in and listen. I mean, it may not be because of a killer. Mother is dead. Minho is severely injured, but because someone in this room wanted them to be. You mean there's a killer among us? That's nonsense. Stop making a creepy joke, brother. Is it even possible for someone to kill someone without a reason? What's more, we're family. Reason. You know the reason. The inheritance. You can't say you have no interest. The last words of Samoon made everyone stop talking, and the ballroom was filled with a heavy silence. The reason that Samoon mentioned the topic of the inheritance was an especially sensitive subject to all of us in this situation. That was the hottest issue among all the issues, which had been the center of our common interests and had been driving this family apart. The hatred that was sharp enough to kill a man has been among us until yesterday, all because of the inheritance of the family heirlooms. And so I cannot say for sure that no one in this family is stupid enough to kill a man just to get more share of the inheritance. It was almost at the point of full explosion. I think someone in this room was feeling the same way. Now that Samoon had opened the can of worms, the development from now on can't be good. There's not an inch of possibility left. However, if we start talking, we may unexpectedly catch a glimpse of a clue to find out who the killer is. We've been too busy to try and run away from the killer. We've had no chance to share our opinions till now. What should I do? I'm gonna stay quiet and see if we can get like a, like a Blue's Clue, and who's doing it. Why are you so silent? Why I couldn't make a concrete decision, Samoon started to talk again. His usual persona that made him look cold and silent didn't apply to him anymore. Minwoo, isn't it you?
Huh?
What? It was always you who was quarreling with Minho every day until the blood vessels stick out on your neck. You must hate Minho meddling with every detail of your life as if you were a child. Isn't it true? Shut up! I didn't have a grudge on him, and I've never thought of killing him in my life. I didn't want to be meddled or suppressed. It's just that. After father died, I wanted to get out of this house. I just wanted a small part of the inheritance. That's why I fought against him every day. I didn't have the slightest intent of killing or hurting him, though. I trust Minwoo. He's the last one to hurt anybody. Yuna, since when were you two so close? Yuna, are you already transferring to another boy now that Minho is unconscious? That's so filthy of you. No, I was just... Aren't you being a little rude? How can you say such a thing? Oh, well. It's good to see you two covering up for each other. I can't believe there's two guys in this family who have a sister complex. What reproachful taste. Sister complex? I've never thought of something like that. Oh, poor Yuna. Her heart's just crushed right out. Don't you have something to confess, Chaeyoon? What about me? It's also true that you are almost possessed by the inheritance, that you could do anything to get the money. That's so disgraceful of you. What are you talking about? It was you who tried to drive a wedge between me and Samoon. I can't pretend that you didn't do that now that all three of us are standing here. I was also aware of that, of course. It's not such incredible news. Stop blaming me. I just offered information, hoping that this tedious fight over the family heirloom ends soon. The official heir will be amongst the guys anyways, won't it? What good does it do me anyways? What a great excuse. You're admitting the fact that you asked me for a great amount of money in return for information. Nothing is for free in this world. And I am a child of this family. I was merely asking for the rightful share to my own inheritance. On the other hand, in that sense, the most suspicious person in this room would be Yuna. What did Yuna do? The ungrateful cunt who betrays the favor of adopting and raising up. English breakdown. You may have thought that no one would know that you were sending off the family's fortune to her biological parents, little by little. But isn't that a secret known to everyone? Adopted? Biological parents? What do you mean? God, Minwoo was slow. Minwoo, that's... Isn't it that you're planning to kill off everyone in this family and keep all the inheritance to yourself? You go, Chaeyoon! You go! That's too harsh!
다 네가 꾸민
It's all in
거지?
your plan, isn't it?
사실대로 말해.
Confess!
그만해.
Stop it! Why are you blaming it on me? Well, all of you are the dirty snobs!
유나, 너
Yuna, you.
내가 입양된
It's a crime to be adopted. Sending money to my biological parents is not even close to the piece of unfashionable clothes that you buy. Unfashionable? Think of what you've done until now. What kind of a man will blackmail his sister and make her seduce his own brother? Simoon! Brother! No, you! Simoon! What? You're the worst kind in this room. You touched me with your filthy hands and controlled me as you wished. What is she talking about? What the hell has been going on in this house?
살인마한테 확
It's you that should have been killed by the murderer. You're the real murderer who's actually drugged a man to die.
그건 내 탓이 아니라고.
How many times do I have to tell you it was not my fault? It was not my mistake. Damn cunt, is that all you have to say?
형 안 돼.
Simoon, no! Oh, you got punched right out of the way. Trajectory of Simoon's punch crossed the exact center of my face. As I was jumping in so hurriedly, I lost balance at the strike and tumbled to the floor. Damn, he was gonna punch the shit out of Yuna. That was useless.
뭐 하는 거야, 형?
What are you doing, bro?
민혁아.
Minhayuk, are you alright? No, I just got punched square in the fucking face. Burning pain and blurry vision stopped me from standing up. I didn't think it would hurt this much. I was certain that the punch wasn't just a threat. How could he swing his punch at full force against such a small girl? This is... When I reached out my hands toward the floor to help myself sit up, I could feel Father's relic under my hand. It must have come out because of the fall. It was an important relic that I couldn't afford to lose, so I almost forgot the pain in my face. The ornament didn't feel the same as it did before. When I took a closer look, there was a slight crack that... Oh no! This is the worst time for you to discover this secret! When I looked closely, the top of the ornament could open like a lid. Oh no! When I held the knob and turned it, it separated from its body. Oh, when I opened the lid, there was a thin piece of paper. The note was faded as if there a long time and was soft to the touch because it was made of some kind of clothing. I heard that ancient people used to use this type of paper. For someone who's very well read, you are really taking a long time to reach papyrus. Would it contain such an important piece of information? Well, what is that? Yuna held up the candlelight close to me and I opened the memo.
뭐지 이게?
What is this?
비밀번호?
The passcode! Passcode?
비밀번호라고?
The passcode must be the code to the safe in the sitting room. Why on earth is it inside this ornament? Father must have left the passcode of the safe to the firstborn in the family, and Minho gave it to me to cherish it. Could it be that he already knew what would happen and gave me the code? It's uncomfortable to admit, but I almost am an outsider in this family, so he must have concluded it would be safe to entrust the passcode to me. However, the code appeared in front of me at the worst time. Yeah, I could think of. Oh, shit. I could feel the strange atmosphere surrounding me. I'm gonna get dogpiled. When I looked up, the attention of all the people in the room was fixated on me, to be more precise, on the note. I felt like I was holding a delicious piece of fresh meat inside the lion's cage. Or maybe I am the fresh meat. If only I can take the code.
자유가.
I can be free!
민혁아.
Minayuk, don't you trust your sister? Give it to me. What are you all doing? Wake up! 4 people standing in front of me were not the same people I used to know. A feeling of being surrounded by people closing in on me in the darkness. Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh my god, they killed me for it?! Okay, well I made the wrong choice apparently. I guess I should have spoken up. And we're back. So now we're gonna choose the right thing to take a step forward and resolve the situation. Ooh, we're on the track now to the true ending. I don't know if there's more ways for me to fuck it up, but I think there's not. Why are you all suddenly silent? I can't let the situation flow like this. Of course I won't let it. I don't want this family to crumble because of the doubts. I don't think it's true. Damn, I said that loud. It's great that you stepped up, but is there a reason? You can be sure. There is! Then tell me. I'm listening. I am not convinced there is a killer among us. If one of us were a killing... If one of us were a killer, more people should have been hurt besides Minho and Mother.
왜 그렇지?
What do you mean?
우리가
Think of the situation
연애실로
before
모이기
when
전에
we all
상황을
gathered in this
살펴보면
ballroom.
우리가
We were,
연애실로
oh
모이기
god,
전에
this is some CSI
우린 다
shit here.
흩어져 있었어.
We're all scattered in different places.
먼저
Minwoo and
민호 형과
Chiun were
누나가
together.
같이 있었고,
Blink,
민호 형과
blink,
유나가
little
같이
clue
있었지.
figures. Minho and Yuna were together.
그리고
And last but not
마지막으로
least, Simoon
나랑
and
사문
myself
형이
were in the
식당에
kitchen
같이
together.
그리 긴
It was
시간은
not a long
아니지만
time, but we had a partner at our side at the
서로 한
moment
명씩
which
파트너를
establishes an
가짐으로써
alibi for each of us.
만약에
If the killer were to murder someone in the family
살인
and the
행위를
killer were one of
저지르려
us, this would have been the
또
greatest
형제 단둘이
opportunity.
있을 때
It's
살인을
much more
저지르는
convenient to
게
kill another when
훨씬
he's only
수월하니까.
one other
하지만
person.
우리들 중
But none of us
아무도
is hurt
상처를-
or dead.
그러니까
Therefore, we
우리들
conclude that
안에서는
none of us is a killer.
하지만
But Minho was unconscious. How can Yuna be cleared of the blame?
그건
I was with her till now and I'm still alive. She's not a killer.
당연하지.
That's for sure! Although I was almost killed once, twice, 3 times the killer.
그리고
And you said that you swung the knife and cut the killer,
살인마에게
didn't you? Yeah,
정확히가
I don't know
어딘진
where it's
모르겠지만
injured, but I did some serious damage.
형 말대로
If one of us were the killer, we'd know for sure. Without proper treatment, we could be bleeding to death right now. Moreover, Simoon said that he had an encounter with the killer near the ballroom. Minho was the only one who was hurt by a knife. The shadowy figure who ran away was a large enough guy that could equally fight one-on-one against Minho. That's not what the plot said before. It said it was a little person. Remember when I tried to grab him? My instinct was to grab the little person, because I figured they would have run instead of trying to fight unless they were a killer. And they were little, and that's even what was said at the time. So that's bullshit, but okay. Yuna also saw this with me, so it can't be me wrong. He's right, I was really afraid then. But Simoon said the shadow he encountered was a small figure, so it could be the thought of as a woman. Right. It was about as tall as Yuna, hint hint. I didn't do it! Then unless the testimony of Simoon's witness of the killer is wrong, we can conclude 2 points. First, the killer is not alone. There are at least 2 of them. It's possible the one is a man of strong physique and the other is a woman. Second, none of us is the killer. Maybe it's Yuna's biological parents. Anybody? It's because the only person who is seriously injured is Minho. Oh, that makes sense.
민혁 오빠.
Nice guess, Minhyuk. Shit.
그런데
Wow, he's like fucking Sherlock Holmes up in this bitch. By the way,
만약
what happens if Simoon is lying?
경우는
In that case, although I don't want to suspect it, based on the blood at his shirt and the knife, it's most likely Simoon stabbed Minho and then lied. What are you talking about? Wait, that is certainly more plausible. Simoon may look smaller than Minho, but if they stand side by side, he always looks as tall. He may look smaller because he's always crouched.
구부정?
Crouched?
억지 부리지 마.
Don't be stubborn. What do I have to get even if I kill my family and lie about it? What can you get? You didn't get along with Minho, and you're next in line to inherit the entire heirloom if he's gone. Isn't that enough reason?
맞아.
That's right, you were always blabbering about how much you need the money.
사이도
Oh,
좋네.
how intimate. Now we're taking sides.
하지만 수상하잖아.
But that is dubious. Not just dubious, but suspicious. Those are synonyms.
그쯤에도
Stop it.
증거도
So you
없이
think it's
정황만
acceptable
갖고
in a
사람을
modern
살인자로
society to
보는 게
accuse a man of
회사에서
homicide
용납이 된다고
with nothing
생각해?
but circumstantial evidence?
너희들끼리
It's a
밤새
moot point to talk about it
떠들어봤자
overnight.
겨우 탁상
If you really want to
공룡이야.
catch the killer, bring me
정말로
Dr.
범인을
Holmes.
찾고 싶으면
Aha! I was just calling him
무슨
Sherlock. Sis, that's fiction.
그리고
And unless
사모라버니가
Simoon is a
멍청이가
fool,
아닌 이상
he has the clear
어머니나
evidence that he
민호
can't
오빠를
hurt
해칠 수
either
없는
mom or
분명한 이유가 있어.
Minho.
그게 뭔데?
What is that?
그건 바로
That is the
비밀번호야.
passcode.
비밀번호?
Passcode.
아버지랑
Mom
어머니는
and Dad
부부의
kept the passcode to the
비밀번호를
safe to
본인들만
themselves
알면서 자산을
and took care of the family property.
하지만 만약의 사태에
But in
대비해
case something happened to them, they wrote down the passcode and hid it somewhere. They were going to give the code to the next heir of the family. After Dad died, Mom gave the code to Minho, who was the firstborn. I don't know where it is or what form he keeps the code. Anywho, the two people who know the passcode now are Mom and Minho. The safe can't be opened without either of them. Do you think that he hurt them, knowing all of this?
거짓말을 하지 않았어.
I didn't lie. The hallucination I saw in Simoon's room, he was so cautious and cunning in obtaining the passcode that he made a detailed, and at the same time mean, plan to control Yuna as he wished. It's not plausible that he suddenly turned into a killer instead of scheming behind their backs. I've never heard all of these stories. How many more secrets are in this family? Poor Minwoo. Everyone in this family knows except you, of course. How could you know when all you do is just sit in your room and bang on the instruments you so love? You musical moron. I don't neglect the importance of music. Music is the best gift that God has given to humanity beyond myself. You're right. And you're the best moron that God has given us. It seems that the topic's kind of derailed a little. Can we get back on track? How silly. I mean, how about we stop doubting each other and find a way to get out of here as soon as possible? That was close. He almost got cornered. Cornered to do what? You're right. But how can we get out when all the doors are locked? The stairwell to the first floor is locked as well. I'm not sure whether this is actually a security system or just a trap to catch the homeowners. There is a way! We can reset the security if we find medallions like this. What is it? It looks more like art than a key. If we find medallions that correspond to each floor and reset the security, we can get out of here. It's annoying. Where are the medallions? I don't know. What? Scattered around the house. Minho gave me one. That's all I know. Ooh, new scene. Gets worse and worse. Look! Minho's face is turning blue. Whoa. Damn, if we don't give him a blood transfusion right away, he will— Whoa! Surely die. Who the fuck is this? Wait, I have a tube, an experimental syringe in my room. We can perform a blood transfusion with the kits. Good doctor. Go and get them. We don't all need to go, right? How about only one or two of us go? It's in Simoon's room, so he's gotta go. And who wants to tag along? Curious. Oh god, I have to come up with another voice. Fuck. Curiouser and curiouser. It's interesting to see them over and over again. Amuse me more. Run around more. And think harder. You can't get out of your doom anyway. Unless you die. Whoa! I'll go! Oh, will you? How great my little brother is, Minhyuk. Then it's settled. Minhyuk and Simoon are going. Why should I be doing such a thing? I knew how much you hate Minho, but you won't abandon him to die, right? Okay, I said okay. We'll go then. Oh my god! Who is that? Oh! I'm so excited! Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Holy shit! Give me that like, subscribe if you want more content, and thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your support. Alright. Bye bye bye! He's still left. I'm a paralyzing frog. A paralyzing frog. It's an African frog, and it's currently at the foot of the mountain.